guys, so welcome to the coding channel once again, the decent coder guys. And guys, in today's video we are going to talk about a special topic, that is what is proxy, forward proxy, reverse proxy, what is the concept of load balancing. We are going to see each and everything in the coming video. So guys, without wasting any further time, let's start this video. But before that, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and like this video and share this video as much as possible so that this knowledge goes to more. And this proxy, basically the proxy concept is defined with that something that acts as a middleman between two different entities. This word is derived from the dictionary like this only, and the concept of this in the computer programming is also something related to the same, like the something which intercepts the traffic between two different entities. Like you have the client, you have the server, and when you do a sort of request, there is a proxy server acting in between two different entities, and then you are able to capture the traffic, and then you are able to limit the traffic to certain websites, as in the case of certain areas. Basically in certain organizations you have the same pattern as I told you is followed. So guys, what is forward proxy? And so for starting for the forward proxy, let me tell you that in forward proxy there is a concept that there is a client, there is a server, and a middleman, which is known as a forward proxy, sitting in between these two entities. And then, but in this case, your forward proxy is basically limited to your client side. Why is it set now? This forward proxy is set so that your particular, suppose you are working in an organization, let me take an example. So why is it done is that suppose your organization wants you to be limited to visit any sort of particular sites. It doesn't want to allow you to go through them. Or the working of forward proxy is basically in a way that when the client requests for a certain page from the server, it passes through your forward proxy, and then proxy on behalf of the client, it makes that particular request to the server. In the case of authenticated requests, your cookies or your JWT tokens and other sort of tokens which pass through in the case are forwarded as they are being sent from client, and the rest of the thing which changes is basically the source of the request coming from the particular area. Basically the IP address gets changed because the proxy server has a different sort of IP address than your client. So this is the working of forward proxy. Why is it done? Basically, what are its advantages? I told you, first of the advantages, that suppose you want to restrict certain access from a particular site for your employees working in an organization, and if you want to limit yourself to visit certain area, or if you want to first make sure that the certain website or the certain location on internet you are visiting is safe or not. So basically this helps a lot in this case. Second thing is caching. Caching is, suppose there are a lot number of clients available, they want to access the same page from the server. So what a proxy server will do is, when the same particular web page is requested again by different client or the same client for the next time, it will return the cached page to that server, which will make the request response cycle much more faster than expected. Basically, third thing comes is that the logging part for auditing of different security vulnerabilities is made much more easier in this case, because you have a proxy server, and if you have set a proxy server for which different clients, suppose there are a lot of clients available with you, so you can pass their data through a single proxy server, and you can manage the whole auditing your algorithm in a single phase, and it will make much more easier for you to track your clients and see what all of your clients are visiting up, because you will be having a distinguishing between them through their IP addresses. So it will be much more easier for you, and it will also be much more convenient and faster for you to distinguish who is seeing things, and it will be able to give a better track to you. Next thing comes is the concept of reverse proxy. As I told you, in the concept of forward proxy, it acts in the part to the client machine. The reverse proxy acts in the part of server. Here the concept of load balancing comes. Suppose you have a particular application which you want to keep secure, and also you want that there is no possibility of DDoS attack or any sort of denial of service, or there is no should be availability issue for that particular application should be there. So you can set up this sort of functionality which will make your particular application, there would be multiple instances of the servers available in which your different parts of application would be distributed, and that would be making much more easier for that particular provide response. In this case, let me tell you the whole algorithm now. What happens is you have a client, you have a server, and basically you have a middleman, that is your proxy server sitting in between. Now what happens is that reverse proxy, as I told you, the client requests for the page, the proxy server, then it goes through the servers. Basically it first takes the response from the server side, and then it passes on the request accordingly what server the particular request is linked with, of what server has the particular information regarding that. First it checks that, and then it receives the response, and it sends it to the clients accordingly. So this makes load balancing much more easier by using a reverse proxy, because reverse proxy is basically used for security purposes only and for load balancing. Load balancing is a much more interesting concept. If you want, I will make a separate video over that, but now I can tell you that in load balancing you have multiple instances of the server. If you have ever heard about the RAID technology, that is your redundant array of independent disks, in which different basically servers are set up, so that if one of the servers fail, the other servers, they have a backup of your data, and then they keep if you have heard about that availability cycle, CIA triad, basically confidentiality, integrity and availability triad. So in this case you might be knowing that availability is one of the major components that you have to keep in mind when you are developing a sort of application to make your clients more and more to give a better response to your clients. So reverse proxy helps in this case very much to you guys. And so guys, reverse proxy is basically used for security purposes, as I told you. Also it can be used for caching purposes also, as in the case of forward proxy, it caches the request and then it sends it back to the client, the responses to the client. So the same thing can be expected from reverse proxy as well. So guys, this was the video. So if you like this video, then please do like, share and subscribe. If you want more free certification courses, then you can subscribe to the channel. Tell me in the comment section about this video, and if you want more videos like this, if you want more ethical hacking tutorials and coding tutorials for free, then you can also tell me in the comment section. I will try to make videos over that as well. So thank you guys, and let me see you in another video.